Welcome to Uni, what? Today we will start the chapter, Sources of Energy. Let's begin. Energy, often known as total power, is the capacity to do work that comes from our natural resources. The energy can be transformed from one kind of energy into another and exists in many different forms. Useful energy is lost to the environment in a less usable form. Electrical energy, which we use for our standard requirements and advantages, is primarily produced from natural sources such as the sun, oceans, fossil fuels, wind, etc. What is a source of energy? A source of energy is a specific source which provides useful energy. The total energy of the system is conserved, but it converts into a form which cannot be utilized again. What are the characteristics of a good source of energy? 1. It must provide an adequate quantity of useful energy and do a large amount of work. 2. It should be easily accessible. 3. It should be economical, affordable. 4. Safe to use. What are the characteristics of a good fuel? 1. It must provide a large quantity of energy. 2. It should be easily accessible. 3. It should be economical, affordable. 4. It should be safe to use. 5. It should be easy to store and transport. 6. It should have a safe ignition temperature. 7. It should give out the least amount of smoke and cause minimum pollution. Sources of energy are of two types. A. Renewable/non-conventional. These sources of energy can be used again and again. They are usually non-conventional sources of energy, and the technology needed to use them has been developed recently. Examples are energy from the sea, geothermal energy, and nuclear energy. Solar energy and wind energy are renewable sources but are conventional sources. B. Non-renewable/conventional. These sources of energy are limited and cannot be used again and again. They are usually conventional sources of energy which are being used since ancient times. Examples are fossil fuels like coal and petroleum and biomass like wood. Wood can be considered a renewable resource if grown in proper quantity, though it is a conventional resource. What are the different types of sources of energy? A. Fossil fuels. The dead remains of plants and animals buried under the Earth's crust are transformed into fossil fuels due to the action of microorganisms under high temperatures and pressure. Sun is the ultimate source of energy for fossil fuels. Most of the technologies are developed to use these types of sources of energy. Disadvantages include: 1. They are non-renewable resources of energy. 2. They cause a lot of pollution as on burning, they produce acidic oxides that lead to acid rain. 3. They produce greenhouse gases like CO2 on burning. B. Thermal power plant. The power stations where electricity is generated by producing a large amount of steam by burning coal, which turns the turbine, are called thermal power plants. Transmission of electricity is cheaper than transporting coal. So these power stations are built near coal fields. C. Hydropower stations. These power stations convert the potential energy of water into electrical energy. Dams are built for this purpose as they obstruct the flow of water and it is collected in reservoirs. The water from a high level in the dam is carried through pipes to the turbine, which moves to produce electricity. Advantages include: 1. It is a renewable resource. 2. It is a non-polluting fuel. Disadvantages include: 1. Construction of dams can be done only in a limited number of places. 2. Agriculture land and human inhabitations are destroyed. 3. The submerged vegetation rots under anaerobic conditions to produce greenhouse gases like methane. 4. Ecosystems are destroyed. 5. Problem of satisfactory rehabilitation of displaced people is created. Improvements have been made lately in conventional sources of energy. Like wood. Wood can be considered a renewable resource as the plants can be grown again. Burning of wood does not produce much amount of heat and releases a lot of smoke. Wood converts into charcoal when burnt in the limited oxygen supply due to the loss of volatile materials and water. Charcoal. A. Burns without flame. B. It is smokeless. C. Generates a large amount of heat. What is biogas? Cow dung, various plant materials like residue after harvesting crops, vegetable waste and sewage are decomposed in the absence of oxygen by anaerobic microorganisms to give biogas, gobar gas. In a biogas plant, a mixture of water and organic waste called slurry is made in the mixing tank from which it is fed into a cylindrical dome-like structure called digester. There, it is broken down by anaerobic microorganisms in a few days to generate gases like methane, 75%, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and hydrogen sulfide. The slurry left behind is taken out from tank 3 and used as manure. Advantages include: 1. It is an excellent fuel as it contains a large amount of methane that burns without smoke. 2. It leaves no residue on burning. 3. Its heating capacity is high. 4. It can also be used for lighting by producing electricity. 5. The slurry left behind is used as manure as it is rich in nitrogen and phosphorus. That's IT for today's video. In the next class, we will start by learning about wind energy. See you, and don't forget to subscribe. It's easier than lighting a matchstick.